Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And as a counsellor, I have a lot of people who come to me to speak to me about various issues and concerns. And one of these issues they speak to me about is, should you sleep with someone on a first date? Mm. So, my answer to this is, I'm going to look at this from both perspectives, from a male and female. So my answer to this really would be is, what is it that you are looking for? Now, why would I ask that? If you want a relationship and you want a committed relationship, I would not suggest that. We've been saying that you do have some people who have met each other, felt that it was love at first sight, and that they slept together and they got married and they're okay. Some did, and they got together for a while and then their relationship broke up. But my answer would be, what are you actually looking for? Now, if you are a person that feel, I just want to have fun, like, okay, from a female point of view, you just want to have fun, you don't want a committed relationship, you had enough of that, and it doesn't really bother you, then I would say, there's still things you've got to consider, like protecting yourself. So using a condom, you have to protect yourself while doing that. You're over the age of 18 and this is a way you feel that you want to be for now. You're an adult who can tell you what to do. That is something, but you've got to use caution. So my things would be, my advice would be, if you're going on a date, let other people know you're going on a date, like friends or family members. If you can take down a car number, do so. If you can let a person have a picture or phone number of the person you're going to meet, that would be wise. I would also say bring your own condom with you as well. So, it could be as spontaneous act, but I would say if that's how you feel and you're going on a date, that is something you just have to take precaution. So this is what I would say to you. But if you're someone who wants a relationship, but you're really attracted to this person, you can't just listen to everything they're telling you. Oh, I really like you, I think you're beautiful. All these talk and talk. They may be telling you the truth. They may not be lying, the man or woman, what have you. But regardless, I feel that if you want something that's more fulfilling and more committed, then you need to consider what really, you want. And sleep with someone on the first date can give a bad impression of you. It may not go right. The person may not ring you back again, and then you're going to feel hurt, you're going to feel disappointed, you're going to feel used. So these are the things to consider. Take your time and get to know the person. That's all I could say. Take your time. The truth, if a guy's only after one thing, at the end of the day, you could take 6 months and he will still want that one thing, but he may end up like you. Look at the truth about this is, people like people for attraction. If a guy sees you, most guys, as soon as he sees a woman, thinks in a sexual way. They think of getting you into bed. Most guys think like that. Unless they're looking for a wife. This is really how they think. So you taking time getting to know him is a good thing, because with doing that, he can get to know you as a person. And not only is that gives you time to find him out. I feel personally that some guys, I feel if you see a guy date a guy for about 3 months, they even 2 to 3 months, they usually reveal themselves quite easily. You can find if they're living with someone, if they're married, if they're really living where they said they live. You know, you can find out quite a lot of things if you just bide your time. So biding your time, I would say, is a good thing. So my answer to that question on from a female perspective would be, think about what is it you want. Do you want a really committed relationship, or do you just want a fling? You don't want nothing much. You don't want a commitment. Think about what you want. And if you just want to mess about, then protect yourself whilst doing so. Also, some men out there are kind of crazy. Sometimes just because you don't want the man, he doesn't like it. You know, they like to be the one who ignore you, don't bother with you. And then if you're playing that male role, because it comes across as a male role, not as a feminine role, they don't like it. And not only that, some people may have certain mental issues and they may come after you or don't know why you're not ringing them, ring off your phone, don't know where you live, you know, stalk you. So there's things to think about as well with doing it. So I will stick to getting to know a person. It's very important you know a person. On the flip side now to the males, it's important also for you to think about what you want. And if that's all you want to do, sometimes, you know, I feel personally be honest. Because sometimes you feel like if you play along and you have a story and the story sounds good, you think, oh, you know, if I tell the female the truth, she won't bother. But that's not really true. Some women may want what you want. They may not want something serious. They might just want to, as they say, flex, just have fun. They might see you sometimes. They might not want a committed relationship. They might want the same as you. And so you can just be honest. You don't always have to form a lie. So honesty, I feel, is good. If you're married, I would say no. If you're not married, then consider why you're in the marriage. And same thing with a woman. She could be married too and need to consider why she's in the marriage, not happy. But what I would say to you as a male also is there are some crazy women out there. And you may think it's just fun. And next minute she's ringing off your phone. She could be stalking you. She could be coming by your door. She could be telling your missus. You know, so these are the things you've got to consider. Yeah, at the same time. And also, if a woman says to you, look, I've been hurt before, or, you know, she's raising young children, you might think, you know, still play her around. But you have to consider this when you're playing a woman around who's got young children. When you mess with her mental faculties, you know, and she's stressed, she is not going to function well as a mother to her children. This is something I think as men you don't take into consideration. If her head isn't well, you know, she's not doing so good because she's stressed out, she wants you to ring her, she really likes you, and you told her how you really like her, it's maybe a game to you, but she's not going to function well at home, and she's going to be stressed. So these things, we have to have care for each other. These things you have to consider. Is what may be a game to you may not be a game to someone else. Also consider if she says she's been hurt a lot. Again, people's mental faculties. Someone's been hurt a lot. They may have taken a long time to get over that pain. They may have had a breakdown. Then you just come along, tell them a story, and they believe you, and then you put them back into a position again, which is hard for them to get out. Then next minute you know you're being stalked and you wonder why. So I would say to you as well as men, get to know the person. It's very important. And also protect yourself. It's, you know, use a condom as well. You can't just be sleeping around. So I would say we need to have a care for one another and get to know the person that we're dating. Don't just take someone's word for it. Give things time. But again, think about what you want. And if you both, you know, you both might want the same thing. And if you do, that's okay. But someone says to you, I would like a committed relationship, and you feel that, well, you just want to have fun, then be honest with that person. And again, as women, sometimes you feel that you can be like the men and be unemotional and you can play the field, and doesn't matter that he doesn't want a committed relationship because I only want to have fun. But women, we are emotional people. And you get into the situation and then all of a sudden it kind of goes a bit square, you know. It's not what you thought. You end up really liking the person and you get attached. And then you realize, you know, the guys, you see, guys, when you tell them something, they will actually stick to what you said. You wanted to have fun, and that's that. But also remember a key thing, women, as well. If a guy says to you, I'm not interested in getting married, or I don't want no children, or so forth, hear what they're saying. Don't think, oh, once they get to know me, they will change their mind. Most of the times they don't. Also, women, you have to consider, I do get clients sometimes who've had one night stand, the next minute they're pregnant. So these are the things you've got to consider as well. And then the guy might think, well, look, you just slept with me this one time. So he might think that, you know, you're not very good and you might sleep around and you may not believe that the child belongs to him. So these are the things now you've got to consider as well. You know, women are different from men as much as we think we are not. We are the same. We do have a lot of different attributes than them, and one of them is that we're a lot more emotional than them. So I'm not saying men can't be emotional, but we are emotional beings, which is a beautiful thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a negative. So I would say protect your emotions, protect your feelings, but most of all, protect yourself, your health. And if you are going to sleep with someone, just use precaution, as I said before, and protect your health with a condom. Let people know what is happening, but consider what you want. Be honest with yourself. Be very honest with yourself and consider what you want. At the end of the day, you're over 18, you're an adult, you make that choice, but think about what you want. But as I said before, if you want a committed relationship, sleeping with someone, having a one night stand is not really the best way forward. So my advice for males and females is get to know each other. That is very important because you don't really want someone that is crazy. People can act very well, but time is the master and time reveals. And at least 2 to 3 months, you will find out a lot about people. Listen to one another as well. Listen to what people say. People reveal a lot. And if you're listening, you will hear. So there again, have conversation, communicate. Okay? But thanks for listening. And I'll be back with the next topic. Now please subscribe. Ring the notification bell. Very important for my next topic. It's going to be really juicy. And also comment below please and share. Now comment, you may want me to talk about a topic. Please comment and put the topic in. I can speak about that topic. So let me know your feelings about what I've just spoke about. Please comment. Thanks for listening.